Now we will go to promise consumers. So what are the promise consumers? That means after returning the response, how to bind that response. Okay, so this is not the way to bind the response, right? Console.log. Okay, so after using the promise, how to bind that response. If you want to bind the success message, then how to bind that response, how to get that success message. Okay, if the promise returns failed message, so how to bind that failed message. Okay, so these are nothing but consumers. So then catch finally. Okay, you are all know that these topics, so I will explain with syntax, then only it will be easily understandable to you. Okay, first then block. So this we call it as thenable block also. So it will have some parameters, first function and second function. Okay, so then block it is invoked when a promise is either resolved or rejected. Okay, so we can use this then block for resolved and rejected also. First function belongs to resolved, second function belongs to rejected, or else you can use only one first function, okay, with catch block. Then catch block is used for rejected. At that time you no need to use second function. Okay, that is your choice. So I will explain with example. I'm going to write one function p of a comma b, and return new promise of resolve, reject, so here this function expects two parameters a and b, and I'm going to give c a comma b. Okay, so I'm going to perform division operation between these two operands. If c, so c will be used to store the coefficient, not, so c will be used to store the coefficient. Okay, if c greater than or equal to 0, and it will be resolved state. So resolved success. Else reject of, I want to return invalid parameters. Okay. And first of all, I am going to print the p-value of 4 comma 2. So this is not the way to get the response, promise of success. Okay, so we need to write the code like p 4 comma 2, you can give any value dot, see this, you can be able to use then catch finally. Okay, so these are the promise consumers, or else you can call it as blocks, thenable block, catch block, finally block. Okay, so then of, whenever you are getting this type of response, okay, you need to write, that means that is the indication of writing then block and catch block. So here response console.log res. Okay, success. For example, if I give 2 minus value, see here I didn't use reject. Okay, I mean I didn't write the code for handling this reject state. Okay, so for that, see I already told here first function means this one. This is called first function in Tenable block. Okay, so if you want to capture the reject response, then you can use second function as a parameter in this Tenable block. So I am going to write second function rej here console.log rej. Now execute it. See, invalid parameters, it is displaying. Why? Because this result that is not greater than 0, that is less than 0. Okay, so console.log to coefficient. Okay, so next, so that is belongs to then block. Catch block means we are all know that catch block is used to capture the error messages. That means reject type of response. So you can write catch and console.log e. So here I am using catch block, so no need to use second parameter in Tenable block. See, invalid parameters. Okay, it is going to catch block. So if I use both second parameter in Tenable block and catch block, then what will happen? We will observe this. So here I am putting then block for our indication, and here I am putting catch block. See, Tenable block, then block it is going. Okay, so it is ignoring. So no need to write catch block here. So if you use second function as a parameter. Okay, so generally we used to write like this, then block and catch block. Okay, so finally, so after going to the then block and catch block, the control goes to final block. Okay, so we will check here console.log final block. Okay, so catch block, final block. Okay, if I give positive numbers only, then success message, final block. Okay, so this is about promise consumers. Okay, there are 3 types of consumers, or else you can call it as blocks. Okay, after writing the promise logic, how to use that promise function. Okay, how to use that promise response, that is about promise consumers. So by using then block, you can get the promise response. Catch block, you can get the promise reject type of response. Then block means that is used to capture both reject type and success type of responses. Catch block means used to bind only reject type of response. Finally means after completion of either then block or catch block. So what should be done? That is nothing but final block.